Let's be real. Everyone wants to know if they're actually attractive. If you've been on this channel before, you know I give you tips on how to glow up and improve your life. And everyone's always asking, am I attractive or do I need a serious glow up? If you know me, you know I keep it real when it comes to beauty and self-perception. That's why I spent months researching this topic. And let me tell you, I found 7 clear signs that will tell you if you're actually attractive. Some of them will seriously shock you because they're so subtle you've probably been missing them your entire life. Number 1. Children and animals are drawn to you. Okay, this one might sound weird, but hear me out. If babies constantly stare at you, smile when they see you, or seem unusually calm around you, that's actually a huge sign. I noticed this about myself years ago. Every time I'm in line at the grocery store or on a plane, babies just lock eyes with me and smile. And I used to think it was just coincidence until I learned the science behind it. Babies are biologically programmed to be drawn to faces that signal safety and health. They don't have social filters or learned biases. They're just responding to what feels naturally pleasant to them. When a baby stares at you with those big eyes, they're basically giving you nature's stamp of approval. The same thing happens with animals. If dogs seem relaxed around you, cats randomly approach you, or animals just seem curious about you in general, they're picking up on the same energy. Animals respond to faces and energy that feel safe and attractive on a biological level. Number 2, people notice you. This is probably the biggest sign that most people miss. You don't need people telling you you're pretty to know you're attractive. Actually, the real sign is when people just notice you. Have you ever caught people staring at you randomly? Like, you're just minding your business at a coffee shop and you look up to see someone quickly look away. That's not in your head. That's people being drawn to you without even realizing it. Or maybe you've noticed people doing double takes when you walk by. They see you, look away, then look back again like they need a second look. That's your attractiveness making people do a literal double take. But it's not just about people looking at you. Sometimes the way they treat you changes too, and you don't even realize why. This is called beauty bias, and it's real. Maybe servers are extra nice to you, or people are just more helpful in general, like they open doors, give you directions, or just offer to help you. You might think you're just lucky, but attractive people often get treated better without even realizing it. I learned this from Wizard Liz. She said she'd walk into a room and people would just shift. Like conversations would pause for a second, or people would suddenly sit up straighter. She thought she was being dramatic, but her friends confirmed it was actually happening. Number 3, compliments. This one's going to mess with your head, so pay attention. If you get random compliments from strangers or acquaintances, especially about unique features or things you think are flaws, that's a major sign. Like when someone compliments your nose that you've always hated, or tells you your eyes are striking when you think they're too small. People notice and appreciate features that you might not even like about yourself. But here's the plot twist. Sometimes attractive people don't get compliments, and that's actually a sign too. There's this thing called the beauty paradox, where people assume you already know you're attractive, so they don't bother telling you. Or they feel intimidated and don't want to seem like they're hitting on you. I've had friends tell me they never complimented me because they thought I already knew I was pretty. Meanwhile, I was over here thinking I was invisible because no one was saying anything. So if you're not getting compliments, don't automatically assume it means you're not attractive. It might mean the opposite. Number 4, golden ratio and symmetrical features. This one's more scientific, but it's fascinating. If your face has natural symmetry or balanced proportions, people will find you attractive even if they can't explain why. You know when someone asks you why you find a person attractive and you're like, I don't know, they just are? That's usually because their face hits those golden ratio proportions that our brains are wired to find beautiful. Even slightly above average symmetry signals biological health and beauty to our subconscious minds. So, if people often can't explain why they find you attractive, or if you've noticed your features are pretty balanced, that's a strong indicator. You can actually test this by taking a selfie, flipping it horizontally, and seeing if your face still looks good. If it does, you've got good symmetry working for you. Chapter 5. You take care of yourself. This might seem obvious, but self-care is actually a major attractiveness multiplier. If you do basic skincare, keep your hair healthy, and maintain good hygiene, you're automatically more attractive than you think. People notice when someone has healthy, moisturized skin and neat grooming. Even if you're not conventionally perfect, the effort shows. There's something attractive about someone who clearly cares about themselves. You don't need to be naturally flawless to be attractive. But if you're consistent with taking care of yourself, that energy comes across as attractive to others. It's like you're showing respect for yourself, and people find that appealing. Chapter 6. People copy you. This is probably the most subtle sign, but it's so telling. If people subconsciously copy your gestures, posture, or tone when they're talking to you, your style, or the specific words you use, they're literally mirroring you because they're attracted to your energy. Mirroring happens when people want to connect with you or when they find you appealing. So, if you notice people unconsciously copying the way you sit, gesture, or even speak, that's their brain trying to sync up with yours. Also, pay attention to how people act around you. Do they seem nervous, shy, or awkward for no reason? That's often a subconscious attraction response. When people are drawn to someone, they sometimes get a little flustered without even knowing why. If you have a classmate or coworker who always stumbles over their words when talking to you, or they avoid you, you might think that they don't like you, but they are probably just nervous. These body language clues are happening all the time. We just don't always notice them. Number 7, the people you date. If you're wondering how attractive you really are, looking at the people you've dated can give you a pretty good clue. Think about it. Most people try to date the best-looking person they can actually get, so usually without realizing it, people date others who are about as attractive as themselves. If you've only dated one person, that doesn't say much, but if you've dated a few different people, you can kind of average how attractive they were, and that's probably close to where you are too. Basically, your dating history can give you a rough idea of your own attractiveness level. Now that you know the real signs of attractiveness, watch this video next if you're ready to glow up and actually improve your face card.